Sometimes I dream about cheese.
Bomb has been
planted. How's it going, everyone? How you guys doing tonight, today, wherever you go from this beautiful world? Welcome to another Beer and Cheese Tuesday, where the party starts. We have a great panel here. You guys rock. I want to introduce Bumpy Road Brewery, Miscellaneous Brew Reviews,
cheers,
and East Coast LQ Reviews, as well as myself and others that might show up. Maybe, I don't know. We welcome you, though. You have the link in the back there. So you are welcome. And welcome to all the chat. As soon as anyone, we do. We have Robin Rocks. Cheers to you, and cheers to Mary and Butch. All right. So let's get this party started. This is an Any Beer, Any Cheese, and the next one will be announced at the end of the show. All right, here we go. We'll start with Bumpy. Bam, it's you.
This is what my cheese looks like. I'm trying to decide whether or not I eat that outer layer or not. So I did try a little piece. That rind is... I hope that it's edible because I did eat some already. It's very chewy. So, but that's what the cheese looks like. Now, this is what the cheese is. It is a Dutch smoked cheese from Trader Joe's. Usually a Dutch smoked cheese is going to be something that's close to a Gouda. So pretty much like a young smoked Gouda is what I'm guessing. It says Dutch smoked TJ Holland cheese. Trader Joe's, I think, is what TJ stands for. This is a product of the Netherlands. It's very, very smoky in aromas. And I was trying to figure out what to pair this with. I was thinking of an IPA at first, something like that. But then I was like, no, I did just pick this up today, so I might as well go with it. Got the Old Ghoulish. Some lovely can art there.
It's awesome.
This is from Abomination Brewing Company. This is out of North Haven, Connecticut. It's distributed by the 12% thing. So 4.7% American lager.
Excellent.
Let's give it a pour and you'll see what it looks like. It should look very clear and straw-like. Yeah, very compact, white, frothy head, and it is a nice straw yellow and very clear. There you go. American adjunct, no, just an American lager, not an adjunct one. Craft American lager. So,
look, it's a very nice, clean beer. It looks good.
Oh yeah.
Cheers, Bumpy. Thank you.
Should not interfere with this smoked cheese at all. I think the smokiness will add to the nice biscuity flavors or whatever when they get out of this brew. So,
hell yeah,
I'm just speculating based off of experience.
Well, I'd buy that can. I like the art on that. That's cool.
Yeah,
it looks really cool.
Definitely. I would, if I had a Halloween party, it's going to be all Halloween themed beers, this would definitely be in there.
Oh yeah,
sure. It's like Dr. Dreckle, Old London.
Nice. Cool. All right.
Total hitter.
Well, we're gonna go to cheers to you, Bumpy. Thank you, man. All right, let's get Miscellaneous up here.
All right, so we'll start with the cheese. This is from the UK. It doesn't say specifically where. Fairfield Foods. I don't know. Imported by the UK, but this is a Colliers. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm sure I butchered it terribly. $6 cheese. This is a powerful, extra mature cheddar. Yeah, so got the cheese. It's pretty white. Looks pretty dry age. Like it looks like it's been aged for a while, which I don't mind. And Beer Man did it the other week, and it piqued my interest. So yeah. Going with this style of beer. We're going with This is from 903 and Drecker. 903 is out of Sherman, Texas. Drecker's out of Fargo, North Dakota. Yeah, this is a blueberry almond flavored Berliner Weiss. This is their blueberry cookie crumble from the slushy series. Comes in at 6.2%. Actually has the ABV on the can. That's cool. No can date. Yeah.
It sounds really good.
I think I poured this off air hanging out with you guys.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks thick.
It definitely is. Yeah. It's like a dark purple. Cascading head. Wow. Yeah,
Nice.
this is the last one I got. It was pretty good.
Cool. All right, man. Well, cheers, Miscellaneous.
Worth trying this out.
Cheers.
All right. Tanner.
What's up, guys? All right, so I tried something. Wanted to get something a little different. I believe this is I think this is like a Stop and Shop brand. It's like Taste of Inspirations. Stop and Shop is like a
Maybe
big chain grocery store over here. This is a baby Swiss cheese. It says buttery rich in texture with a mild nutty flavor, aged 45 days. So yeah, it says Arkansas baby Swiss cheese. It was $3.50 for the block I got. So it looks like. You see, it's got the holes. I did notice it's kind of like oily in texture. Around the holes, it's like a little bit waxy. So I kind of was like cutting little pieces out of it. So I'm not like the waxy cheese. I don't really like that. But yeah, I gave it a little aroma, a little bit of a nuttiness. Kind of reminds me of a cheddar. So yeah, excited to try that. And then the beer I got for this is a oak aged saison. This is Initiations Over. Pretty cool looking bottle on there. Oh, spin it this way. So Proclamation Ale. So it's says straight out of Oakville, where all the barrels at Proclamation where they age. They do their barrel aging. It's 6.5% alcohol by volume. Unfiltered may contain sediment. What else? Oh yeah, it's a 500 ml bottle. I paid $11 for. I'll crack this open. I'm not really too familiar with saisons. On the website, it does say golden strong color with aromas of banana runts, pink peppercorn, and grapefruit rind, flavors of fresh banana and zesty grapefruit, prosecco, backed by cracked black pepper. So sounds pretty decent. So I'll crack it open. I've been trying a lot more of their bomber bottles. For the most part, they've been pretty good. I think there was one that I wasn't really a big fan of. I think it was the Lunar Bodies. Oh, look at this. It's like foaming on me. I'm not even paying attention.
Yeah, those are champagne. They can be.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. It looks like I just poured a Miller High Life. Look at the head on that.
Yeah, that's nice, pretty.
Oh, it smells really good. I can get the banana from here. Definitely like cloudy, straw color, like they say. Very fizzy. 2 fingers, white head. Smells pretty good. You know what it actually kind of reminds me of? The aroma straight off the rip. It has kind of like you guys ever drink like the apple cider, the bottled apple cider you guys get around like Thanksgiving, Christmas time. It kind of reminds me of that.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow. Apple.
So,
Nice.
cheers. Excited
Cool,
to try
man.
it.
Cheers, Tanner. Thank you.
Yeah, cheers, dude.
All right. So I got a one called Quattro Portini Quadrello. It's a Quadrella di Buffalo. So it's a buffalo cheese. It's said to be around $32 a pound. Yeah, it was $7 for. I'll show you in a sec. Sorry, I'm just looking at the website because it doesn't have any information on the label. It's from Italy. It's an Italian cheese. Murray's cheese is sold by the pound. Let's see. Water buffalo captured the hearts of 7th century Italian cheesemakers and continue to do so today. Creamy, sweet, robust, pungent. So they say to pair it with a saison, but I don't have a saison. I have a sour today. But this is what it looks like. It's got a real crazy, like stone, like looking rind, like I think the last one I did. Real soft cheese though. It smells funky. It's really funky. All right. I hope it's good because that was expensive. So this one here is called the Mother Pucker, and and it's a raspberry sour ale by Caldera out of Ashland, Oregon, south of me, right by the California border. And so Caldera Brewing Company, 6%. Got this over at Justin's shop. Mountain water, barley, wheat, raspberries, aged hops, and yeast. I don't see a date or anything, but I'm cool with it. I had this out for a little bit. I like them when they get a little warmer. Really bring out a lot of flavors in these sours. It's probably a kettle sour or something. Definitely a rose color. Rose raspberry. Real pretty, elegant looking beer. It looks kind of like a wine or something like that. It doesn't really have a whole lot of carbonation. It's just really low rising. Nice head though. Good retention. It's not going down. Looks really thick. Nice. Smells raspberry like. Oh yeah. Cool. Let's get back to Bumpy. All right.
Sweet. So this Abomination brew here, the Old Ghoulish American Lager, is leaving some beautiful lacing on the glass. So that's definitely getting some points. Not really. It would have been a 6 out of 6 anyways. The aromas on this thing. It's got this like slight lime note to it. A little bit floral, light crackery and slight breadiness, like white bread without any crust. It's pretty light aromatics, but it's expected out of an American lager. All right, cheers.
Cheers, Bumpy.
Cheers. It's almost late there.
It's got like a light to medium body to it. It's a medium carbonation, but spritzy. Slightly drying to the palate, and a little bit of that kind of like white bread without the crust. Crackery, refreshing, crisp, floral, hop flavors, a little bit zesty on the finish. There's a tad bit. This doesn't say it's an adjunct at all, but it does taste like there is like a sweet corn like flavor to it, just a little bit. Yeah, it's got like a little bit of that kind of corn sweetness, a little bit of cereal grain to it. Pretty flavorful for such a light lager. Quaffable, very easy to drink. It's nice. The cheese. Now the dogs are loving me tonight because what I'm doing with the cheese, because I cut it, because I mean this rind is all around it, and it's very like waxy, like, so I'm just tearing that piece off of each end and eating the cheese itself, and then the dogs get the rest. So they're sitting right here by my side, and here you go. Yeah. The aromas on this, nice kind of like mesquite kind of smokiness to it. It smells a lot like those, like the mesquite barbecue potato chips. It's got that kind of smell. That's why I'm going with mesquite, not hickory or anything. Other than that, on the aromas, not much. You can't really pick anything else up. It just smells. It smells like barbecue for the most part. So I'm gonna eat it.
Nice. Cheesers.
So yeah, really creamy cheese. It's buttery. It's got a slight nuttiness to it, but mostly buttery. Get that mesquite smoke flavor in there as well, and it's just like well balanced. It's not overpowering. I can still taste that buttery and kind of slight nuttiness of the cheese. Um, it's almost a little bit like half and half too. It's got that kind of cow's milk thing going for it with that creaminess. Um, the smoke does linger on, but it's not overpowering. Like that one smoked cheese I had that was just like holy crap, too much smoke. This is like just super balanced, nice. You get it, but it allows the actual cheese to come through as well. It's so creamy. This cheese is just so creamy. And they don't say that it's a Gouda, but I think most of the Dutch cheeses like this would be considered a Gouda. It's be a very young Gouda. It's not hard. It's just full of very young, vibrant flavors. Like I said, creamy, almost half and half milk, like buttery, slight nuttiness, and then the smoke is just well blended. So let me go ahead and do some cheese and then beer. I'm gonna have to find a different way to cut this if I'm gonna be ripping off these little. See, I don't know if that's part of the cheese itself or if that was like put on afterwards. It's got a different texture to it. It's almost like if you painted a wall or whatever like that has yeah, it's got like a wall texture. So it's a little bit different. It's very chewy if you do chew it too. But the cheese inside the rind is nice.
Yes.
Fucking shave it around the sides.
And this wasn't expensive either. This was under $4 for this cheese.
Oh, not bad.
It's like a half a pound.
Not bad at all.
So it actually enhances some flavors out of the beer. I start to get a little bit of a sweet grain. This is one of those times where I don't mind getting a grain flavor. It works well. There's a slight smokiness too, so it almost makes this kind of like a smoked Helles or something. Even though it's not a Helles, but it kind of gives off some of those flavor notes that you might get out of a Helles. Amplifies a little bit of the bitterness, and it's not very bitter either, but it does just kind of amplify that hoppy bitterness on the tail end, adding some sweet grain flavors out of the beer itself. And yeah, the creaminess and everything is still left on my palate because it's such a light beer. So I still have some of that nice creamy buttery cheese plus that light smoke is still lingering on. I still have some of the flavors from the hops from the beer. It's got that like light lime and floral zestiness, and yeah, this is working. This is great. All right, I'm gonna drink some beer, eat some more cheese, and we'll see what happens on the opposite here. I'm just saving up all these little tidbits here for the dogs. All right,
Loving that. Oh yeah.
So just gonna eat more cheese. It's good cheese. Yeah, that's interesting as well. Doing it that way, it works great. What happens is you have all the flavors of the beer still on the palate. It actually hides a lot of the smoke up front from the cheese, and you just really get to taste that kind of buttery note from the cheese. It really amplifies that butteriness, and then the smoke kind of comes up a bit later on. It's kind of like a sneak attack with the smoke, which is it's quite cool. It works very well. So there's no hiding it. This is an excellent pairing. Uh, highly recommend this.
Excellent.
So cheers. I'm going to
All
continue
right,
to
man.
drink and eat cheese and hear what you guys have
It
to say.
sounded really good.
I'm interested in Miscellaneous's thing with his cheese because I've eyeballed that cheese numerous times and never picked it up.
Yeah, it's delicious.
I think I had it before when I bought it. They had like a small multi-pack, had like 4 different cheeses from Europe. I think that was the first time I had it.
Bring up Miscellaneous here. Thanks, Bumpy. Right on.
Right. So yeah, I guess let's start with the beer. All right. Yeah. So I guess for the nose on this, it smells like blueberries and Trick cereal. I'm dead to rights. When first time I drank it, I was like, man, this smells like something I've had in my life before. And it's Trick cereal. I don't know if it's coming off like grainy. It's just like cereal grain type of thing, which isn't bad. It actually plays into it. It's a bit fruity. You get like that because I don't think that cereal has like different flavors each puff. It's just kind of like they just color them different. It's definitely got that vibe to it. Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, man.
All right, man.
Full body, low carbonation. Definitely a little bit more on the sweeter side. Kind of get just like a tart blueberry mid sip. It's a little, it's viscous. There's stuff floating in there. You get this light cinnamon, vanilla, like that, like a streusel topping. You know what I mean? That it's like the butter and the flour and the brown sugar and stuff. Definitely getting that flavor. Almonds. They say almond cookie. I don't know about that per se. You do get the almond flavor. It's kind of on the back end, on the tail end. Inviting, tasty. Got no complaints with that. All right, so for the cheese. So on the packaging, it says to eat this cheese at room temperature and leave it sit out. And it's been out for a while. It's definitely changed since I first opened it. It's smells very creamy, sharp, tangy. It's almost a little bit oniony, earthy. But other than that, it smells like a really, like I said, it's the good aged cheddar cheese. And this is it's made with 100% Welsh milk. So that kind of narrows it down in the UK. So yeah, cheers.
Jesus.
Cheesers.
It's rich, envelops the palate. Not overly salty. Definitely, it's tangy. Yeah, it's rich envelops the palate. Anything you'd want out of a matured cheddar cheese, but no aged crystals. That would elevate it for sure.
No crystals.
And, yeah, no crystals in there. Yeah, I don't know. I still like it. It's a really good cheese. And then on the finish, you get like that oniony kind of pickup, which is it's not bad. All right, so I guess we're gonna pair them. I'm gonna have some cheese and then the beer. Cheesers.
Jesus.
Cheesers.
beer kind of overtakes the cheese, but it does not. It kind of knocks that cereal grain flavor out, and you get more just like the blueberry and streusel topping with it. Yeah, so we're gonna do beer and then cheese. I think it might have a greater effect on this one because I think it'll meld a little bit better. You know, it's beer. These kind of beers can run shit right over.
Yeah, they can.
Yeah, looks like it.
Cheers, love.
That's not bad. It definitely took that onion funk away, and it just makes it seem like a really sharp, like yellow grocery store cheese you get. It's crazy the transition. Wow, that's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. This is definitely the sour's more on the sweet side. I would definitely go beer and then cheese with this. Yeah. Wow. Really changed the profile of the cheese a lot, and not in a bad way. The fruitiness kind of works well. You know, sweet, savory. It's not too much one or the other, but pretty good. I'm gonna eat some more of this. I gotta go cut me some more
Nice.
snack, but yeah, I'll come back around and get some more thoughts and score.
Awesome.
So far,
Thanks.
not bad.
Cheers, man.
Cheers, man. Thank you. Miscellaneous. All right. Tanner.
All right, I'll start with the beer first. So the initiation's over. On the aroma, like I said, I'm definitely getting a it's like I'm not really getting much banana. I can kind of see banana, but it's more like apple cider, like orange, citrusy. It kind of reminds me of like a Belgian wheat beer. Little grassy, floral, some spice. I can't really pick up exactly what kind of spice it is, but it's definitely got something in the back end. A little bready. Smells really good. So yeah, I'm excited to try this. So cheers.
Cheers.
Ooh. Very, very prickly carbonation. Right up front. Yeah, it's almost like champagne. All right, so there's a little bit of like an oak finish, and it's kind of creating like a little bit of that astringent, dry flavor. It's not as prominent as the one that I had with the Bière de Garde, but it's definitely reminiscent of that flavor. There's a little vanilla, banana, definitely apples there too, citrusy. I will say silky smooth body. There's prickly carbonation. It's like kind of making my eyes water. It's so prickly carbonated. It's good though. I do like it. The oak kind of gives off like a weird flavor in my opinion. You know what? I don't want to say metallic, but it kind of comes across as like kind of like just an off flavor to me. This one definitely isn't as bad as the Bière de Garde, but it's all right. I think the beer is decent. I like the flavor I'm getting from it. I like that it kind of reminds me of the apple cider. I used to drink a lot of that. My parents used to buy bottles of it, and I would just chug the whole thing. I know people like usually like around Thanksgiving, people would just drinking little glasses of it open, and I would pretty much drink a whole bottle of it. But it does remind me of that. Like I said, the only thing that's kind of bothering me is that a little bit of that oak astringency, and it's kind of giving off an odd flavor in my opinion. Yeah, it's not bad. I think it actually has. It's got some good flavor from the barrel itself. Well, I can't speak today. Like I said, a little bit of vanilla, and the oak definitely lingers for a while, along with that appley, banana, citrusy, fruity note. All right, so I'll try the cheese now. So aromas on the cheese: nutty, tangy, and salty. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of a cheddar. I mean, I've never really had Swiss before. I'm sure I have on like a burger, but like eating pieces like this, I've never just had it straight up like this. Like I've never bought a block of Swiss cheese and just started eating slices of it. Like I said, I'm almost positive I've had them on the burgers before, but I'm gonna try this. So cheers.
Nice.
Cheers.
Jesus.
I don't know how I feel about this. It's got the flavor that that beer cheese had. It's very creamy. I will give it that. There's a lot of nuttiness, a little bit of tang. It's like very, very, very creamy. Like it's like overly creamy, like milky creamy. That slice was a little bit better. A little dry. It reminds me of cheddar with like a little bit more sweetness to it. Yeah, those pieces were a little bit better. Initially up front, it kind of gave off like a weird flavor. I wasn't really ready for it, but I do enjoy it. It's not bad. The texture's there. It's dry. It's not rubbery like I was kind of afraid it would taste, but it's not bad. Can I see myself rating this high? Probably not. It's not really my thing. It's not bad though. Reminds me of a cheddar, a little tangy, a very big amount of nuttiness and creamy as well. I can see it working good on a burger. Maybe I have some burgers in the fridge. Maybe I'll just cut up some pieces of this and do a burger on the grill. It's actually been in like the 60s lately, so it would be nice to finally cook something on the grill for once. Seeing how it's been like 20 degrees out lately, so one day in the 60s, you'd really try to take advantage of it. But yeah, the cheese isn't bad. I'll go cheese and beer. Let's see if it cleans up a little bit.
Yeah. Cheesers.
Cheesers, man.
Sir.
And cheers again.
I will say what I do like about the pairing is the cheese definitely does a good job kind of covering up that oak astringency. Kind of that weird off flavor that I was getting in the beer is a little bit more muted. I feel like the apple note in the beer kind of stands out in like the grassy, citrusy flavor stands out as well. Let me try it again one time. Yeah, I think the nuttiness works really well with the grassy floral aspect of the beer. And like I said, the cheese actually makes the beer a little bit better because that oak is just very odd and off-putting to me. It's like I don't know, it's just I guess maybe I'm just not used to these styles of beers. Maybe I should try more. Because I don't really excuse me, oh my god, this thing is so carbonated.
Yeah, they are.
But yeah, I'm not really used to the saisons or barrel aged saisons, and I will say the oak that I'm getting from these, like I've had they had a like this lumber was really good, and the optical traces or whatever, but those are both imperial oak barrel aged stout. But when you barrel age something on the lighter fruity side like that, the oak really does stand out, and it kind of I don't want to say works against, but in my opinion, it kind of counteracts with the fruity lighter sides of the beer. You know, like you drink a beer like this and you think it's gonna be fruity, citrusy. Like I said, it kind of reminds me of like a Belgian wheat beer. And usually those you drink like summertime. You know, it's not really you're gonna drink a bunch of them. You don't really expect them to be too filling. They're just nice, light, and fruity. And then you get that kind of like heavy oak astringency on the end of it, and it's just kind of like, whoa, you know what I mean? It just kind of throws you off balance. But I will say the pairing's good. As far as the two the ratings for the cheese itself and the beer itself, I might score them a little bit lower. Definitely not one of my favorite styles of cheese, and definitely not one of my favorite styles of beer. But I will say the pairing actually worked out good. So with that being said, yeah, next time around I'll have some ratings to throw out, and cheers, guys.
Nice. I'm glad you're trying new stuff. You've never had these. Yeah, I love that. I love that.
The thing with saisons too is they're all different.
Yeah, they are. You'll get some that are
Don't
delish,
base that one beer on the whole saison thing. It doesn't blend.
Yeah, don't base the whole style off the one
beer.
Exactly. Yep.
High ABV, low ABV, really funky. Some aren't. Some Band-Aids.
Yeah.
Equipment.
Yeah. Some are smoother. Yeah, like more relaxed. Yeah.
Some are boring and dull.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, cool. East Coast ale. Oh, Tanner, what were you saying?
No, I was gonna say that's like this cheese. Each piece has like different texture and flavor to it. I don't know what the hell's going on. But
I do like Swiss.
I do like the baby Swiss over regular Swiss.
Oh, is there a difference? I didn't know.
I think it's not as aged or whatever.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
One piece I'm getting
Younger,
and it's that
that's weird.
Kind of rubbery texture, and it's kind of got like an off flavor to it. And then other pieces I'm eating, it's kind of reminding me of the cheddar, and I'm like, ooh, this is really good. What beer am I drinking? This is Initiations Over by Proclamation. This is an oak aged saison.
that is a cool label.
Yeah, it is really cool. I know. They got all this. It says, I don't get mad, I get even. Got all this. I don't know what's going on. There's a lot.
It's crazy.
Yeah, they just said it's an American. Baby Swiss is a cow's milk.
Someone was on acid when they
originated in America.
created
Traditional. It's made in the traditional style of Swiss cheese, but smoother, creamier, and milder in taste and texture. So if you don't like the texture of that, you might not want to roll with the regular Swiss.
Oh yeah, it's really rubbery.
It didn't hit real good on the pan.
But the difference is like when you have it on a burger. I don't know. I feel like you said before, like you've had cheeses that it's like works a lot better when it's. Actually, I will say this is it does say buttery rich, so I guess maybe that's what's kind of throwing me off. It is, I guess that you would say buttery. But like you were saying before, there are certain cheeses that work a lot better, like when you melt them, and then like stuff, and then sometimes just having them straight up like this, they work better, I guess, or they work great in both areas. Or
melted on a burger with mushrooms and jalapenos.
Well, that's the thing is like some things are good to eat when they're combined, like food, like putting salt on foods. You know, it can really enhance the flavors. But just eating straight salts, like,
yeah. Neither is cinnamon. Have you ever done the cinnamon challenge?
Oh yeah, no, dude. That's some strong spice.
Cinnamon, same thing.
Oh shit. Here, sorry, I'm just trying to. All right. Well, Tanner, thank you, man. Thanks a lot. Appreciate you, man.
No problem.
Cool.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Try another saison though, for real. Try a few more. Don't be afraid of them.
Try some that I've recommended.
Wow, I'm like red cheeks like Santa Claus right now.
I'm not afraid of them.
All right, so let's go with the beer first. So this is Mother Pucker. It's a raspberry sour ale. It is a kettle sour. It says it on the label there. So it's a short-lived, not aged, just kind of straight up fast as fuck and served. So yeah, let's get into the smell. Definitely the aromas bring out kind of I'm getting a catty raspberry Like cat, I want to say like cat piss. Yeah, little not. I don't want to say paper. Maybe a little paper, not cardboard so much, but more. It's not oxidation. I bet the raspberry comes through, and it smells like it kind of just smells like a nice light raspberry water or something like that with a little sour pinch in there, just on the nose. It's not super. Hey, I'm sour. You know what I mean? It's just it smells more drinkable, more quaffable. Great word. Yeah. So looking at it, the lacing is there. It has not really, but I mean it's sticking. The head goes down, but it's got good retention. It's kind of sticking around. It's a clear beer. It's actually pushing kind of a brilliant in the clarity. It's very clean looking. This is only a 6%. It has a like a rose colored kind of raspberry rose look to it. Low rising bubbles, carbonation wise. All right, let's get a drink on this. Cheers.
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 No, it might be sour.
It's definitely sour. Damn, it didn't smell sour so much. Oh,
Them kettles hit different, man.
yeah. It's like a raspberry lemon head or something. You're getting wheat grain. You're getting wheaty. It has wheat. Definitely. There's a grainy cereal bite to it. But in a dry, chalky mouthfeel, mouthfeel's kind of dry, chalky, clean, crisp. It's not super carbonated as it shows. It's just very relaxed on the palate. It just kind of goes on the tongue. It doesn't really sizzle. It's not like kombucha. It's more like a white vinegar or something like that. But not as astringent, not as crazy. It's I'm really getting cereal. I'm really getting Cheerio in the finish, as well as raspberry. It tastes like a raspberry punch, but with a real kick of like I said, raspberry lemon head. Before you get to the sweet part of it, it's got a watery mouthfeel. It's very watery. It's loose. It's crisp to some extent. Not crisp in the sense that it's carbonated because there's not much carbonation. But it's clean. It's watery. Again, I've said it in the past with my other videos. I'm used to bigger beers, and so it's really hard to get used to something that's lighter when it doesn't have a whole lot of body in it or stuff. It's not really body filled. Right on. Well, cool. It is drinkable though. It does go down quite well. It's a very nice spring sour. Definitely, I would totally buy this again. In my last words, I'll definitely say that again. But I would buy it again.
Maybe the lactose from that buffalo cheese will kick it up.
Yeah, I'm hoping. So the cheese is bendy. It's like you can like really bend a lot before it breaks, and it's really wet. It's a wet cheese, man. Excuse me. It's a very wet cheese. It's very oily. It's slick. It's cold, and it's been in the fridge. Of course, it's cold. Okay, so what's the smell? Funky. It smells very funky. It's got an aged quality to it in the smell, like an aged as in it went bad kind of aged, like it was out too long or something. It just has that funk, barnyard. I can see why they say to put this with a saison or some kind of wild ale or something. Yeah, that smells weird. It smells like spit or something. Locker room and spit, like a real big loogie. Okay, let's eat this.
Jesus.
Give this end to your dog. No, very smooth. Oh, God. Man. Oh, damn it. Oh, that's not good. Hold on, I got a problem here. I want to throw up.
Uh-oh.
God, that was hard to swallow. It was fine, dude. It was fine. It was salty and creamy at first. Oh,
And the buffalo came out, huh?
oh, it's sweet. It's tangy, but it's like foul. It tastes like it came out of dung or something. Like
Like real
it's so
gamey.
gamey. Yeah, animal for sure. Ah, damn. I got a drink. Okay, beer before cheese. Hold on. Let's have another. I'll suffer. It's vinegar. It's vinegary. It's very vinegary, which I think will go really well with this. Fuck, man, that's fucking terrible, dude. It tastes like Parmesan cheese, but real condensed and real like, ugh. And the texture's like soft and mushy in your mouth, and it sticks on there and doesn't go away.
Feta?
Feta Parmesan, like a mix or something. Parmesan and feta. God damn. Dude, this is not good. I mean, I won't say it's not good. I'll just say that it's different. It's like, I'm like, whew, I can't even talk. I was like stuttering. It's very, very, very pungent. And they did say that in the description. It is very pungent. All right, cheese before beer. Screw it. There's a big lemon. Okay, I'm getting used to this now. There is a big lemon. There's a lemon kick to it, like a lemon citrus. Little pieces too. You want to take a big piece of it. It tastes like you're eating your own human meat dipped in vinegar. Ugh. It tastes like you're eating throw up. Like you threw up and you're like spaghetti and you're eating that back in. Have you ever had your dogs eat their throw up back up? Ugh. It's gritty on the teeth. I got grit. All right. Cheers before beer.
Jesus.
That it overwhelmed the cheese. It like washed it away. No more cheese, no more foul taste. Cheese before beer might be the way to go on this one.
Beer's great.
Yeah. Thirst quencher. And the beer's a thirst quencher. It wipes stuff away. It's good. It rids it. It's got some that sour, the lactic acid really kind of scrubs your mouth and throws that weird, oily, nasty cheese down your throat quick. So let's get beer for cheese.
Cheers.
Oh no.
Okay, hold on. That's better. Beer before cheese. Because the vinegar feels the vinegar of that, or the citrusy kind of citric acid or something, or citrus, the acids or whatever, and that work really well with the cheese. See, I can actually keep the cheese in my mouth after, with that beer in there. It kind of neutralizes it, and you're getting more butteriness. You're getting more cheese. You're taking away all that agey, nasty cock stuff. You know, like where you're just like. And this is really good before the cheese. This is really, really good before the cheese. I've never had a freaking beer before the cheese better. I've always had it as cheese before beer better. So this is that's interesting, man. I actually made the cheese good. That's weird. All right, cool. So it's nutty. I'm getting nutty and cave.
Nutty cave.
And brown bread. And cereal. And raspberries. Okay, let's get back to Bumpy. That was weird.
Cheers. All right. No, I poured myself a different beer, so I just want to try something. This is a fruit punch inspired sour, so I doubt it's going to work, but I didn't mention the flexibility of this cheese. It's a very bendy cheese until it snaps, but very, yeah. Anyway. See how buttery, nutty, smoky goes with fruit punch. Yeah, this beer just washes it away. So Anyway, oh, there's some smoke coming up with it. Smoky fruit punch.
Yeah.
Smoke salad.
Interesting. Not disgusting. Yeah. Let's start with the beer. I mean, it's an American lager, but it's got good flavor notes to it. It's kind of what you're expecting. The Abomination one with the Old Ghoulish, I think it was called. Yeah, the Old Ghoulish. Similar to some other ones I've had, but it's very, very drinkable. It's very nice flavored. It does everything that you pretty much want an American lager to give you. No bad flavors at all. I'm not going to give it 100 though. I am going to land. I'll land it at a 98 out of 100.
Excellent,
The
man.
beer. The cheese, great cheese. I'm liking the flavors from the cheese itself. That it's really got that creamy, like I said, it's almost like half and half. If you just take a little tiny sip of half and half, it's got a buttery aspect to it as well. There may be a little bit of a salt in there, but it's so low, like sodium flavor, that I'm not going to talk about it really. Slight nuttiness, and then that smoke is just blended in there. And like I said, it kind of reminds me of mesquite barbecue chips with what the smoke is like. So yeah, wonderfully put together cheese. Problem is all that rind. It's a pain in the butt to get around that rind. Like I said, you can probably eat it. I've been feeding it to my dogs, so I hope it's edible. I sacrifice them over myself. But yeah, I cut all the rind off, so now I just got the cheese. But that's kind of a pain in the butt to do. I mean, if you can eat the rind, then go at it. But like I had one piece with it on there, and it was kind of like just it changed it with it, because you get this like kind of almost like trying to chew on a football, leathery texture to a very creamy cheese. It just didn't work. So deduction from having to cut off the rind to get the cheese, why work harder? But very good cheese, and I highly recommend it. I'll give this cheese a 97 out of 100.
Wow.
Because it's just,
That's a big score.
Sure
Yeah.
is.
I mean, there's saltiness. I'm getting the salt down. Like salty butter, you can get that unsalted butter, but it really does have that kind of creamy flavor and mouthfeel. Salty butter and mesquite barbecue smokiness, and it's just all blended so well. I like that you get the cheese. That's why I'm scoring it that high.
Nice.
And obviously, it worked very well with the pairing. If I was gonna put, if we were doing this and we're putting together like, hey, you're gonna bring so many cheeses and so many different beers, and pair them, and kind of be that, like, whatever they're called, when you get certified to be a Cicerone or whatever. This would definitely be on the list of you're going to eat this cheese and drink this beer.
Nice. Yeah,
And you're going to
that's
bow
like-
down and pray to me and say, "Whoa, you're so great."
that's your best freaking one yet, dude. Like, very good. That's a very good pairing. Like a very good thing.
I want to say it was my bet. I have had some other ones that were pretty good, but this is definitely one I would jot down in the books of put this with this,
Mhm.
and you'll just love it.
Nice, dude. Cool. Well, cool, man. We'll come around and do shout outs after. Yeah, we get the panel up and stuff. But thanks, Bumpy. Appreciate you, man. All right. Glad that worked out. Cheers. All right, Miscellaneous. Your turn.
All right, so let me start with the beer. I know 3 Drecker collab. It was good for what it is. If you're a fan of like Trick cereal, this is definitely for you. Blueberry was there, almond cookies, slight on the finish. ABV wasn't bad. I'd probably stick this around like a 92. It wasn't my favorite, being fair, for the style. You know what I mean? Definitely had some better stuff than this, and not from both companies. I think 903, I've had a couple beers from them. I think they've made better products than this, and I feel the same way about Drecker. Maybe this one just didn't work out. It happens. It's not bad. I would I would drink it again. I'm not gonna lie. But to go out of my way to pick it up, maybe not. You know what I mean? Would be something I'd send in a beer mail or to have and share with friends. So, cheese. Moving on to the cheese. I have the UK, the Collier's extra mature cheddar. It's good. You know, it's not the best. Doesn't have those aged crystals in it, which brings it down a little bit in my book.
Great.
But like I said, the flavors are there. It's definitely a mature cheese. It's robust. It's got a lot going for it. It is tasty. I would buy it again. So that being said, I'd put the cheese at like a 93.
90. Okay.
It's not out of this world, but it is good for what it is. And it's not terribly expensive. Yeah, pairing, it was okay. I might have probably could have picked a different sour to go with the cheddar. I might go a little bit more traditional, maybe get like a Goza or something. Maybe revert back to the Dogfish Head, the old Sea Quench, good old reliable Sea Quench. Yeah, pairing score wise, I don't know. I put it at like an 87. It worked, but it could have did something better, for sure.
Right.
Just you did that. You did like a cheddar and a smoothie sour, and I was like, I was intrigued. I'm like, let's see where we go when we go down this road. So it puts things in perspective. Maybe not the super heaviest adjunct sour, or maybe just a plain old fruited. I don't know.
Right.
I did like the notes of like the fruit in with the tangy, rich, creamy cheddar. It was good.
Mhm.
So
I think goat cheese is the best winner for those sours, man.
oh,
Honey goat cheese, that is. Yeah, there's some kind of Heck yeah,
that
dude.
blueberry vanilla. I'd like to get my hands
Oh,
on
that's
that.
good, dude. Yeah, that's so delicious. I want to do another one of those again. That's just do it over and over again. It's like candy.
Yeah.
Well, cool, man. What was your overall score again? I'm sorry, man.
90. What I say? 87 on the pairing.
80. That's right. 87. Okay, so it's still a high B.
It's not bad. It's just
terrible.
not. It might not be for everybody.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. I liked how when I had the cheese after the beer, it brought it more towards a really sharp yellow traditional cheddar that we're used to in America. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, it was good.
Cool.
Brought down that onion flavor, which I don't mind either. It's
No,
kind of
I don't
funky.
either.
It goes with the cheese.
Right. It didn't have crystal. I thought it did, but no, it's soft. It doesn't have crystals. I like those crystals. I like the little flavored crystals.
Little crunchy bits, tasty good.
Those little salty crystals. Yeah. Well, cool, man. Well, thanks, Miscellaneous. At least it passed to some degree, so that's good. But appreciate you, man.
And not bad. I might go back and do something similar in the future. Go back to the drawing board.
Nice. Cheers, Miscellaneous. All right, let's get Tanner up here. Cheers, metal guy. What's up, Steven?
Yeah, man. Cheers.
All right, so I guess I'll talk about the beer first. The beer was really good. Well, not excuse me, sorry, it wasn't really good. It was good, but it had like that apple cider esque flavor to it. And like I said, it kind of reminded me of like a Belgian wheat beer. But some sips, the oak astringency, I think it's the oak, was giving off like a metallic note, and it was kind of throwing me off with the beer. So for a rating, I want to give it higher, but like I said, that off note is like really making me say, I probably wouldn't buy this again. I wouldn't grab another bottle of this. I'll give it a like an 88. I don't know, for some reason, like I said, that it was that oak astringency. It's kind of giving off like a just a odd flavor in the beer. All the other flavors in the beer are actually really good. It's just for some reason that finish is just kind of, you almost want to, when you're drinking the beer, you want to sip it, and then before that flavor starts to linger, you want to sip it again because the upfront flavor and the actual palate itself is really good, but the finish is just kind of off and odd, and I don't know. It's just not something that I would want to have a whole session of, and it's not like a beer that I would like bring and say, "Hey, Bumpy, try this." You know what I mean? Like it's not one of those beers. I don't think that I wouldn't like offer this beer to friends. I wouldn't really rant and rave about it. It's decent, but like I said, it's just that finish is just too off-putting in my opinion. So like I said, 88 for the beer. For the cheese, reminded me of a cheddar, but there were certain like parts of the cheese where it was like kind of a texture thing that I was kind of thrown off about, and I didn't really necessarily enjoy. The cheese I'll give like a 84. Would I buy the cheese again? Probably not. The pairing, I think the cheese did a good job taking out that weird kind of metallic oak astringency note. So I will say that the cheese did do that, and then the nuttiness from the cheese actually brought out a little bit more of the grassy, citrusy, fruity flavors as well. So the pairing did work pretty well. But as far as the two together, like I wouldn't really eat this cheese. I don't know. I mean, I guess I've never really had an oak aged saison, and I've never had a Swiss, so I don't really know what to expect, But I will say they did decent together. I'll give it like a 90 for the pairing. Definitely a lot better than the two together. So
Nice.
You could, I mean, well, there's two, like a lot of the saisons and stuff. They're what the foeder aged or fodder aged, however you pronounce it, which is, I mean, it's like wild ferment in a oak barrel
yeah,
or conveyance. You know what I mean? This guy, roast from the U.S., my friend. Still waiting to see you shave your head. That guy's been everywhere. Dude,
yeah, I've
he's
seen
been
that
on
stuff
TVPs, everything. Yeah. I hung out with that guy a couple times.
Oh, nice, dude.
He's legit.
Cheers,
I'm
bros.
over.
Well, 90 then for your
For
final.
pairing, I will say that they worked well together, but them on alone, on their own is, I would definitely pick up something else.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go for that.
Just get an unsmoked saison next time. Get something that's not tampered with too much, and see how you like that basic. Huh?
Unaged?
Your saison was smoked.
Yeah, unaged.
No, it wasn't smoked. It was aged.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
Beer
I thought it was smoked.
I
I'm
was gonna
sorry.
say I thought I missed something.
Or barrel aged. I mean, to get something that's not aged on barrels, or however, or I don't know. I don't know how
That
to
might
put
be
that
good.
actually. Actually, I like the idea of a barrel aged saison.
It's good. I will say it's definitely good, but it for some reason, I don't know, when they oh my god,
Wait till you get the ones that taste like Band-Aids.
when
Yeah.
Proclamation ages darker beers, I feel like they come out really well. But when they age like fruity beers, I don't know if it's the style or it's how they do it. It gives like an off note to me. It's not a note that I enjoy, and it's a note that's going to make me say that I don't like this beer. Sometimes you get a like a little bit of an off flavor in a beer, and you're like, oh, okay, it's still drinkable. I still enjoy the beer. Sometimes I get a little bit of that odd flavor, but it's not completely. I think the flavor that I get literally kind of ruins the beer for me. And like I said, I'm not too familiar with the style, so I don't know if that's how it normally is, or if that's just kind of how theirs come out. So
What was the percentage on that again?
6.5.
6.5. See, that's a nice. That's
It's
a
like
nice
right in the
percentage.
middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh? I'd like to try that. I wish I could. It'd be nice to be able to find that and just see what I think of it or what anyone else thinks of it.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna try one
cool.
from a different company and see how it compares. See if I
Nice.
can get that same note. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's user error.
Nah, never. Your own perception is what matters.
Yeah.
So cool. Well, thanks, Tanner, man.
No
Appreciate you. We'll go up on the shots here soon. All right.
problem. Sounds good, man.
Cheers. All right. So Dagon Hills, what's up? Cheers to you, brother. All right. So the beer is good. Mother pucker, motherfucker. Caldera, it was good. You know, it was light. It was a good springtime drinker. Very drinkable, indeed. Not your super sour. Well, it's super sour. It's really sour, actually, but it was very drinkable. It kind of mellowed out as it went through the mouth. It was more of a, I guess, my wife would spit it out. She'd be like, "Oh, you know, if you're used to this, which I think I'm finally kind of getting used to these as I try them more." So yeah, I mean, they this one's real nice and light. It's got a weedy, grainy cereal thing. You're getting the malts. You're getting the balance actually between the sours, the malts, the flavors. Everything was really nice. A good head, a good look to it. Clean, crisp looking beer. Honestly, for what it is, and I mean, I thought it was great, man. You know, I'll give it a 94 out of 93 out of 100. 93 out of 100 for sure. Kind of at the lower end of NA range there, but seriously not a bad beer. So check it out. The cheese was seriously very nasty on its own. Um, if you mashed it in your mouth and got past the funkiness, the shit of it, I mean, it tastes like you were eating maggots, like that just ate poop or something, and you're like,
I've
"Wow,
seen
what's
that
in my
cheese. I don't
mouth?"
want to eat that.
Nah, yeah, I almost want to say
I don't
this
even
tastes
think we
just
can
like
get. I
that
don't
shit.
even think they'll let us import that.
Yeah, this is close to it. So get a buffalo funk cheese like this, but you know, honestly, it was fine though. It got really nutty when I mushed it around in my mouth. You get past the vinegar, kind of citric acid thing. You kind of you get into that nutty part of it, and it actually becomes creamy and things. But you go cheese before beer, and the beer just kind of like wipes away everything, but you're still getting that vinegar taste in the cheese. You're still getting the funk. Now you go beer before cheese, and it like I don't know, for some reason the lactic acid in the beer just kind of sifted through it and brought out the things that I wanted to taste in it. You know, the nuttiness, the creaminess, a slight sweet, salty, just very almost like a brie. It has the brie texture. It's very soft and mashy on on your knife. You know, you have to like peel it off, and it just sticks. Yeah, you can throw it on a wall and it would stick. And
Cakey,
probably,
rich.
yeah, very rich cheese though. Very. So beer before cheese, I would definitely give um, the mix of this. Let's just say that on a beer before cheese, I would do a 90. 90. Shit, this is hard. Kinda. I'll say 93 again. I think the mix is a good low A. I could go in 92, 93 range on this. It's not a bad mix. I would have rather maybe tried like a saison or a wild, a sour or something like that, that had that Brettanomyces forward kind of
Pumpkin
yeast and stuff.
flesh, that's fun.
Yeah, I want to try it again with that. I might save this and go get a saison tomorrow or something. But yeah. So 93. You know, it passes. It's good and right on. So let's get to this, and we're like in order,
That
so
was
we're
perfect.
perfect. What can I say? A great day. All right, so go ahead and shout your guys, starting with Bumpy there. Yep.
All right. So yeah, I got 50-point inspection videos. I put them out Wednesdays and Fridays. Those are my beer review episodes, whatever you want to call them, that I put up. One coming out tomorrow that actually includes John and Nelly. He'll be sitting right here.
Nice.
And
Bless
then
his
other than
heart.
that, I have the live show I do on Monday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern time, and it's called New Brew. Just bring a beer that you've never had before to join up on panel. Panel members, you can bring questions. Great job last time. Had a couple good questions come up. Task of the panel to answer, and chat as well. You guys can always jump aboard, bring questions for the panel, and it may be asked. Your question that you throw out there may be asked of the panel. So if you have something that's kind of rattling around in your head you want to throw out there, do it. We'll see. But yeah, it's 8 p.m. Eastern time, like I said, on Mondays for that show. And then I'll just shout out, I'll do the Wednesday shows. This time we'll do Wildcard Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time on Massachusetts Beer Reviews. Thomas Metal 75, you may know him as that, but his channel is Massachusetts Beer Reviews. And right around 7:20 to the 7:30 time, you got Ron Terrio on his channel. He's going to be doing spring beers. So if you have any beer that basically reminds you of springtime, or it's whatever, brewed in the spring, something that's spring like for a beer on his channel on Wednesday as well.
He wouldn't like this one.
And that's it. Those are my shout outs. Cheers.
I'm just kidding. Cheers, man.
Rose colored beers.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
All right.
Great minds think alike.
Thursday, the Thursday night beer session, which so happens to fall on St. Patty's Day, 8 o'clock. I'm gonna run a show, all imperial, everything. Doesn't matter what style it is, just has to be an imperial product. I'm gonna say preferably over 8%. I'm not gonna make you jump through hoops and go get like a 10+% beer, but yeah, something imperial. You bring whatever you want. High ABV. That's what we're going to do. It's St. Patty's Day. Everybody's going to be drinking. So just party in the luxury of your own home and avoid the DUI holiday. That'll be 8 o'clock Eastern. And tomorrow at noon, I'm going to Sailfish Brewing Company in Fort Pierce to go hang out with Dave TV tomorrow. I'm going to go meet him, have some beers, hang out for a little bit. I don't know if there will be any video shot or anything like that. Maybe get some pictures, something like that. I don't know what the situation is going to be. So we'll just base it on that. If I do go live or anything does happen, it'll probably be around noon tomorrow. Just keep your eyes peeled. You never know. Could probably just do some pop-up something. Other than that, we'll go ahead and shout out Alex the Beer Master. Food Friday is a Chip Buddy. So if you're not familiar with that, Chip Buddy, spelled with an, it's not B-U-D-D-Y, it's I-E.
I-E?
Yeah, so basically it's like a French fried sandwich. It's something in the UK, like a French fries with bread sandwich with any kind of beer. I don't know. I was talking with Kev, and that's what he got. That'll be 8 o'clock Friday Eastern. Go check out Lep TV at the hot seat right after my show at 9 o'clock on Thursday. Barbecue banter, interviews, and Staff Sunday with John and Ellie. He's hanging out off air right now. Was bugging him. I didn't think he was going to make it, but yeah, 10:30 a.m. Easterns on Sunday. Bring a Stouter reporter. Start your day out right. Your Sunday, if you have the day off. You won't catch me and Bumpy or Tanner there. They're probably not Beer Man either because he's sleeping.
I'm sleeping.
We're working. He's sleeping.
Yeah,
Wish I could go, but maybe one of these.
I'm working on my brewery.
So, cheers. That's it for me. It was a mouthful.
Yeah. Nice, man. Right on. Cool, man. Tanner, what you got?
Oh my gosh. All right. So shout outs for me. Thursday, we're gonna be doing Samuel Smith Brewery review, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So grab a Samuel Smith beer, come rate it, and then we'll go over the website, talk about the brewery, and then each of the panel members will rate the brewery, and then we'll average everyone's ratings out, and that'll be the rating for the show. And then Saturday, I do rate that beer, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Pretty much just beer review, open panel, beer community beer review. Doesn't have to be a new beer. It could be something you've had before you just want to talk about. Yeah. And besides that, so that's next week, and then the week after that, I think I'm going to be alternating my brewer review videos or live streams. I'm going to be starting a new show called Will It Mix. So because I'm a liquor review channel, I don't want to do just strictly beer live streams. I would like to interpret some type of liquor review live stream. So yeah, grab any type of could be alcohol, non-alcohol based beverage like a juice or a soda or a tea or something, or it could be like a seltzer or even a hard seltzer, and mix it with any kind of liquor you want. So any like gin, rum, brandy, vodka, whiskey, whatever you want to mix. Kind of. Hopefully, it'll be a little wild card. So maybe some people bring some stuff that people don't normally mix together. But yeah, if you want to do, something that you're a big fan of, something that you normally make, then yeah, you can do that too. But I'm hoping that, yeah, maybe we'll get some people that have some kind of oddball mixes. Definitely check that out. I also have a decent amount of reviews that I got to drop. I actually have one, a Modest Man, that Bumpy gave me over here. So that one I'm going to be releasing soon. And shout outs for other people. I guess I'll shout out Josh, Beer and Bowl Discussions. He's going to be doing them Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So go check him out. Last Beer is his channel. If you search Last Beer in YouTube, go to the filters, go to channel, and he'll pop right up. Because if you just search Last Beer, there's a lot of other things that might pop up. And also, an easy way to find Josh's channel is if you go to my channel and you go to the community, scroll down a little bit. He's right along the first tab. And yeah, he's right there. So check him out on Sundays. He's going to be doing live streams. And I'm trying to convince him to do more beer reviews. So definitely check him out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for having me, Beer Man. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, Tanner. Right on. Cool. So yeah, next week's St. Patty's Day.
This week is St. Patty's Day.
Is it?
Thursday.
Oh, I fucked up. All right, so we're just gonna do another open one next week then. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Jeez, I'll yeah, dude.
I actually have a beer for St. Patrick's Day, so I'm still gonna bring it. I'm gonna find an Irish cheese if I can too.
Let's do it anyway. Let's do an Irish. We're late. We're belated. Screw it. I screwed up. I'm a stoner. I thought I was on that, dude. Damn it. But yeah, let's do Irish. Yeah, we'll bring in Irish stuff. Irish cheese, Irish beer, and yeah, all Irish. All Irish. Think Irish. Boom. Okay. 8 o'clock Eastern next Tuesday. And then Wednesday tomorrow will be the cow. So the flying cow, the cow with the hair and shit like that. I have that picture. I can show you. Let me do that in just a moment. Okay. Where are you? That cow right there. So anything milky, lactosey, milk stout, milkshake, IPA, milk, whatever. Whatever you can think of. Breakfast stout with milk with lactose in it. I don't care. Just as long as it has a milk substance in it to some degree there. Yeah. So, and that'll be it's 6 o'clock Eastern tomorrow, 3 o'clock Pacific my time. And of course, we got Wild Card Wednesday after that. And that's pretty much, that's Wednesday for you. It's a nice busy day. So other than that, brewery's coming along. I'm just kind of staining my my wood for my accent walls and stuff like that. I don't want to get into it, but there's a lot of work still to do. But we're getting there. We really are. I promise you. I hope soon, because I don't want to pay for craft beer anymore. It's really expensive. I mean, like my night drinkers. It gets really expensive. Yeah, I'm gonna have to start going to like Keystone Light or something. But yeah, that's it for me. Watch out for beer reviews. I usually put about 2 or 3 up a week after all the lives and stuff. I usually take 4 days off from live streams and stuff, but it's a rare occasion when you see me on your live stream on those off days. So look out for me on those live streams if I show up. It's no offense to anyone. I just like to take some time to get into my brewery and try and get that done so I can start doing some brewing sessions for you guys. But yeah, hell yeah, good show. You guys brought some great stuff tonight. I was really impressed with your pairings. Mine not so much, and Tanner's not so much, but that's okay. It's all good. It's a learning lesson.
Super hitter either, but
hell yeah.
That's how you live and you learn. And guess what? Bumpy got a good one.
Yeah, you did. You got a freaking excellent one.
Yeah, every now and then a rabbit will pop out of my hat.
Magic, man. So hey, cheers to the chat. You guys rock, man, as always. We all appreciate your continued support and being here and checking this out. Robin Rocks is one of the newer ones. I haven't seen you, so it's good having you here. Thank you to the end. And I would name all you guys, but that would take forever. So cheers to the chat. Cool. We're out of here, and it's up to me to find that outro that I'm looking for here right now. Hold on one sec.
Let's see. Yeah,
we are out of here. Oh, we're out of here, but not after one more sip.
Oh, okay. Good thing I have beer left this time.
One of the liquor movies.
Oh yeah. Cheers.